DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge lead the way as the San Antonio Spurs bury the Toronto Raptors. Following an Express News investigation, a judge sentences serial DWI offender James Preston Green to 6 years in prison. And San Antonio's home prices see a 25% increase over the last 5 years. This is your Express Briefing podcast for Friday, January 4th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts. And get each day's top news and sports headlines delivered to your inbox at expressnews.com/newsletters. With DeMar DeRozan's first career triple-double in front of a sold-out crowd of more than 18,000, Thursday the Spurs beat the Toronto Raptors 125-107. Hampered by second-year guard Derek White and a Spurs game plan designed to keep him in check, former San Antonio franchise player Kawhi Leonard ended with 21 points and 5 assists in a performance that wasn't enough for Toronto, who played without injured All-Star guard Kyle Lowry. LaMarcus Aldridge scored 23 points, Bryn Forbes 20, and Derek White added 19, as the Spurs rolled up a lead that got as high as 28 points early in the second half against a Toronto team with the best record in the NBA. But despite the win, the game was a disappointment for some, who wanted more information from Kawhi Leonard on why he chose to leave San Antonio. But Leonard chose to not answer media questions regarding why he turned down what would have been the most lucrative contract in Spurs club history. Hear more about San Antonio's victory against Toronto on the Spurs Insider podcast, available for free download in Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and expressnews.com/podcasts. Despite repeated arrests for driving while intoxicated, family violence, and evading arrest, for more than a decade, James Preston Green has avoided prison. But Thursday, his past finally caught up with him, as with a new district attorney at the helm, the Bexar County District Attorney's Office asked a judge to throw the book at Green for consuming alcohol in violation of his latest probation for felony DWI. State District Judge Ron Hell granted the request by sentencing the 37-year-old to the maximum penalty of 6 years in prison. Prominent Northside jeweler Jimmy Green is James Preston Green's father and sat in the back row of the courtroom and left without speaking to the media. James Green's uncanny ability to dodge incarceration, despite DWI convictions in 3 different counties and a string of probation violations, has been highlighted in Express News investigative reports that expose the justice system's inability to corral a repeat offender, as well as a personal relationship between his father and former Bexar County District Attorney Nico LaHood, though both men deny any wrongdoing. And as the city's housing stock has tightened over the last 5 years, prices in the San Antonio home buyers market have surged 25%, sparking fears the area does not have enough houses for the more than 1 million residents projected to arrive in the coming decades. As of November, the median price of a San Antonio area home was more than $225,000. Housing costs have also outpaced income growth in the region for the past 15 years. Mayor Ron Nierenberg says the region's rising housing costs, along with increasingly congested roads, few mass transportation options, and economic segregation, now threaten to derail the city's progress. In recent months, city officials have taken steps to alleviate the area's shortage of affordable housing, with outgoing city manager Cheryl Scully setting aside $25 million for affordable housing programs in the city's current budget. And And that's your daily San Antonio Express briefing for Friday, January 4th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts.